Hi everyone, my name is Bethany Buell. I teach French at Miamisburg High School, and this is 5 Good Minutes on social media for teachers. So, what is the purpose of having a social media account as a teacher? I have two social media teacher accounts, an Instagram and a Twitter, and I really view these as being extensions of my classroom. So I'm able to share content, updates, and I don't feel pressure to. It's just really fun. It's visual. My students, a lot of them are on Instagram and Twitter, so it's another way to connect and build that classroom community as well. And it's a great way to connect to teachers all around the world. Different types of social media, we know there are tons out there. So I'm going to focus on Instagram and Twitter. TikTok is definitely on the rise. Lots of funny teacher videos out there on TikTok. And for Facebook, I would encourage you just to join professional groups on your own personal accounts. I'm in several, and they're wonderful ways to dialogue with other teachers, pose questions, search for certain material or content. And a lot of teachers are very generous on there and share their own material for free. So much different than Teachers Pay Teachers, where you're paying for things. Lots of great free stuff out there on the Facebook groups. So creating an account is what you're going to do first, of course. So I would recommend creating your handle, which is like your username, using maybe either your name or something related to your content, or maybe something related to Miamisburg. You want to decide, of course, if your teacher account will be public or private. So a couple things about both of those. For public accounts, hashtags, if you choose to use them to kind of categorize your content, hashtags are going to be viewable then by people who don't follow you, and your whole account would be open to be viewed by anyone. So a private account, if you choose to use hashtags, other people can't click on the hashtag and then see your page. They have to be your follower. So it really kind of depends on that. Do you want it to be an open account for everyone to view, or more private where only your followers can see your content? Then, of course, you can share your handle with your students. If you have older students and you want them to be able to see what you're putting out there, maybe you want to share it with parents if you teach younger kids. Maybe you just want it to be an account that you use to reach out to other teachers. That's totally your choice. What to post or what to tweet. So I really enjoy making polls, quizzes, and questions on Instagram stories. I'll explain that a little more in a minute. Content related to your subject matter, of course. So student work is great. Maybe you want to post a picture of a lab you're doing or activities you're doing that day. I've taken students on trips to Europe, so certainly I posted a ton of pictures and content from those trips. SEL content, lots of great accounts out there for social emotional learning, positive mindset. I kind of just try to share general positive natured things as well from time to time. You might want to post things about your classroom design or layout, or get inspiration from other teachers that way. And then retweeting or reposting content from others. Literally just the click of one little button on both Twitter and Instagram enables you to reshare something from another account. So it's wonderful. Maybe you are a science teacher and you want to retweet something from NASA. Super easy to do that. These are two examples from my own Instagram account, my teacher account, from my story. The stories on Instagram are the little circles at the top that last for 24 hours, and they're very popular. If you already have an Instagram account, you probably know that. So I can definitely walk you through the steps of creating these stories. If you need help with that, just reach out to me. So I did a poll here, as you can see on the left. This is just screenshots from my phone. So I asked the French question, préfères-tu, which means do you prefer? And then we have running or riding your bike. So I'm able to see what the results are. If I click on seen by, I can actually see who responded and what they voted for. So it could be a great way to then interact with a student the next day at school. Hey, I saw that you prefer running. How often do you run? Things like that could be great for building community. And then on the right, of course, I have cats or dogs, which we are probably not surprised by those results. This is an example of a quiz. So a quiz, also very quick to make. So I put in choices. You could do up to 4, or you could just do 2 choices. And then people see this on their story on their phones, and they choose what they think is the correct answer. Again, I can click on seen by, and I'm able to see who has taken the quiz. Did they get it right or wrong? This would be a great tool in class. You could say, hey guys, I'm going to post tonight on my Instagram story some questions in preparation for tomorrow's quiz so you can do a little practice. Again, doesn't take very much time at all on the teacher's end to do this. And I know I'm on my phone a lot, so it's a great way just right from my phone to create something that students can see and interact with. A quick little story too, a fun moment. I posted like over a year ago a picture of a French restaurant that I ate at and just posted it on my teacher account. Came into school the next Monday and a student of mine had said she and her girlfriend had gone out to eat there. They saw my post and they wanted to check out the restaurant. So I thought that was super cool, just something that I didn't even mention in class, but the students saw this and thought it would be a cool experience for them. So I really liked that. Who to follow? Great question. You can follow anyone on your teacher account, but I enjoy following my Amesburg accounts. You can learn what's going on in our district that way. Other teacher accounts. So you can search by hashtags. Similar to Facebook, if you're on Facebook, you'll see suggestions. So once I follow one teacher account, they might suggest other ones for me to follow. And that's a great way to kind of build up your profile if you are interested in following other teachers. Typing in a hashtag is a great way. So for example, hashtag science teacher, I could just type that into the search bar and I could come up with all these different people who've posted that. Accounts related to your content. So really the world is your oyster there. There's so many great accounts that could connect in some way to what you teach or the age of child that you teach. I would encourage you not to follow students. We definitely want to think about professionalism when we're running our teacher social media accounts. Here are some Miamisburg Twitter accounts that you might be interested in following. So you can certainly push pause at any time to get on your phone and follow those. And another tip too, something I like to do is if I'm tweeting something, I might decide to type in at Berg Schools or at MBerg Vikings, and that enables those accounts, the people running them, to then be able to retweet what I tweeted at them, if that makes sense. So it's a great way for something I'm doing in my classroom to reach all of the followers of Berg Schools, for example. So just a little tip there, and I think that they do a really good job of sharing the cool stuff that teachers are doing. Here are some Miamisburg Instagram accounts, not quite as many, but I have some awesome teachers on here as well as a couple sports teams. MBerg Vikings is the high school account. And here are some other educational accounts that I follow. These are great because they are geared towards all age groups and they're not content specific. So I just compiled a little list, but there are so many out there and I really, really enjoy these from a professional development standpoint. They've kind of geared me in some interesting directions. They post maybe things about books to read or just really great current relevant content. So that is all. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to email me. I can kind of guide you through the steps of creating your account or doing things maybe like on an Instagram story if you're unfamiliar with that. And of course, follow me on my Instagram and Twitter accounts at Madame Buell and get exploring with your social media. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.